cooperation between the two departments. This is what we do in our tiny offices. We sit together and basically brainstorm and iron out our activities and execution. And we're in the process to recruit Canadian representation jointly. What we've decided was to look at who has representation now, and basically join each other's representation firms. And that is what, for example, for South America, we decided instead of recruiting our own right now, being that the French side has one, we're going to join them and have representation basically in South America jointly until we seek, if their contract is up, we then go through the recruiting process together. And this is what we will do with all the different regions. But one of them, which is common, is we do not have at the moment Canadian representation, which is, of course, the number 2 market for us. Having those airlines flying in already, such as WestJet and soon Air Canada and Air Transat and Sunwing, it is very important for us to basically finalize this and also execute our marketing and PR activities. We will have TUI joint marketing campaign to be finalized this month. So the good news was TUI announced that they will start selling St. Martin in November again, which will be on the KLM flight, and the ongoing talks, communication with TUI will be, of course, our main objective to have basically a TUI charter again. But we will continue those talks, and hopefully that will be a positive outcome for next year or 2020. Co-hosting of Dana Vento in January. We've decided to also start concentrating on influencers. And of course, when you see all of these type of hosting, they're always done with the French side. So we're concentrating not only on trade or travel agents and press, but also influencers and bloggers. And in this case, Dana is a family-oriented vacation, say influencer, so with over 1 million followers. We'll be hosting jointly the North American tour operators, wholesalers and vacation side reps from November 1st to the 5th. Smart dates have been finalized. We're having tomorrow, I believe. Yeah. Our partner, which are the 4 partners, the 2 associations, hotel associations, and the tourism offices, will have a strategic meeting to really decide what we will be doing with SMART. We need to make SMART smarter, have an objective in place, and basically look to make it, the most effective regional conference we have, where all the different regions are able to attend, and we can have, whether it's forums or workshops, as added values. St. Martin will also be hosting an episode of the TV series Isla y Vuelta on culinary of our destination. This is also done jointly. Next. We have if all goes well, we think so, crossing my fingers, we will be going to we will organize a media and stakeholders event in Amsterdam for the Benelux market, where all the major stakeholders, including airlines and media, will be attending at the Muziekgebouw I in Amsterdam, for us to give them an update and basically network as the minister is new to the market, to introduce them, and myself, who have not had the opportunity yet to speak and network with the stakeholders in the European market. Olivier will be joining us. The French tourist office from Paris will be flying in, so they'll be joining us. And we're testing right now the live streaming on different locations on the Dutch and French side, so we're able to communicate and actually show live what is going on the island, especially for this market who has been a little bit skeptical of sending, tourists our way. We're gonna we're attending jointly the Top Reza from September 25th to the 28th. Madam VP and Minister Johnson will be there attending together with each their delegation. So that will be also hosting a press conference. Joint attendance at Above and Feet in Brazil and Argentina, which actually is an MOU from Copa Airlines between Anguilla, Saint Martin, and Saint Martin. And we're also working now on towards having the MOU expanded. At this moment, the talks are between the 3 islands, but we have put it into the Airline Development Committee to discuss other islands joining that as well. The more the merrier, the more power we have when we go to these type of airline meetings or going to certain of these events and speaking to them. That's a lot. Okay, plans for 16 tour operators to become certified and accredited as part of the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, which is a sustainable program. Mrs. Johnson accompanied his cabinet together with the STB, Winair, and St. Martin Airport. We traveled to Saba. He mentioned that already. This is a series of islands that we will be visiting as part of the objective of strengthening our hub. And the next one will be St. Bart's, where we'll be doing that jointly with the French side as well. Tourism exit survey on the Dutch side has been finalized, which, of course, we will be sharing with the French side. Quota of 853 has been reached at the airport and 334 at the port of St. Martin. And this was in a collaboration with our stats department. You heard about the ongoing preparations for Carnival anniversary. Right now, we resumed in August the TripAdvisor campaign again. And we're resuming now in September. It started already, right? Expedia. So we're very excited to have the OTAs, cooperative marketing activities, in action again. KLM Cooperative Marketing Campaign. We've closed that deal, and that will be happening in September now, this month, with Deal Week sales campaign, so lower airfares, and we will be exposed on different buses with other destinations. And we have also a beachfront bargain hunt made from Magella. Is that a series? If I'm not mistaken. But the bargain hunt, yes, is a series, so we'll be hosting one episode as well.
Connecting you.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGE.
Today, we are gathered to officially close off the parliamentary year 2017-2018. And as we look back, we can say, what a year. What a year indeed. Some moved up the political ladder at the expense of others, but more so at the expense of our country, St. Martin, and its people. Hurricane Irma brought out the worst in some of our MPs. Rather than standing up, brave and tall, for St. Martin and its people, some stooped to an all-time low for quick political gain. The floor of Parliament was used to tell lies, twist the facts, to create smoke screens, to attempt to destroy a man and his family while he was standing tall, all alone in defense of the integrity of our young nation, St. Martin. Today, a year later, the dust is settling, reality is setting in. I can continue to look back at the events of a year ago, but for how long? We need to move on, all of us, keeping in mind the oath we have taken or the promise we have made to serve our country. Several months ago already, an initiative had been taken to seek the advice from our Council of Advice on our status of country in the kingdom based on several UN resolutions. Clarity is needed now more than ever on what the UN means with our rights to a full measure of self-government. This is not a fight for one of us. It is a battle we must all together undertake. I stand prepared. Our leader, Sylveria Jacobs, who could not be here this morning, and the rest of our faction and our party, we stand prepared. In the meantime, we have issues that we need to address. Ministers, like my colleague who spoke first, ministers must respect the authority of Parliament when they are called to Parliament to give account to the people of St. Martin through the Parliament. When members of Parliament request an urgent meeting and state the reasons why, that too should be respected and the meeting convened in accordance with the rules of order. We need to seriously look at the functioning of our permanent and ad hoc committees as their proposals seemingly to stifle their workings. The late receipt of the documents related to meetings convened. MPs are not given sufficient time to properly prepare for their meetings. We too often hear that Parliament has to approve legislation, but the legislation has to come to Parliament in order for it to be debated and approved. Madam Chair, I, the National Alliance, our leader, our faction, we have hope. We have hope in the future, high hopes, and more so, much love for our young nation, St. Martin. Next month, just before I celebrate my birthday, St. Martin will celebrate just 8 years. We have come a long way, but have made mistakes along that way. We have stumbled, and at times we have even fallen. But we St. Martin, we have to correct our mistakes. We have to get up, dust off our pants, and move on, and move forward towards a truly autonomous, independent, and prosperous St. Martin.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Wib now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices, the Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Who you for?
Allow me to begin by thanking the entire justice chain for the work they're doing on a daily basis. Many times the work goes unnoticed, like the recent arrest of suspects in numerous cases during the last month, spot checks being carried out by different departments, etc. In addition to the above mentioned, we are faced with inclement weather heading our way. And based on last year's occurrences, the police will be executing zero tolerance towards persons who commit crimes before, during, or after a storm. Maintaining public order with security checkpoints will be executed and strict action will be taken against those who attempt to abuse the situation by looting or breaking into private or public properties. All offenders will be arrested and prosecuted immediately. Penalties include a fine and or community service, depending on the seriousness of the crime. The public prosecutor office has a guideline for this. In the serious cases, a summons to appear before a judge will be convened on short notice, or the request for pre-trial detention will be taken by the public prosecutor. The police will make maximum use of their legal powers. They will be paying extra attention to certain high-risk locations, and they will be assisted by additional personnel from the Ministry of Defense, the VKS, Kamar, etc., and all who will be acting under the authority of the police and the public prosecutor's office. It is important to note that the police and the entire justice chain has key points of action, and that is ensuring that the general safety of all residents and minimize any public health risk, ensuring the continuation of public service, protecting vital public interest, preventing severe damage to the environment, protecting private assets, and also protecting.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Stephanie Medina, and I play football with the Walichi Women Soccer team. I have represented St. Martin in many different games. For example, the Dutch Caribbean Women's Soccer Cup. I played against Bonaire, Aruba, and Curacao right here in this stadium. Sports matter to me because it makes me happy, it keeps me fit and healthy, and it is very fun. So I asked the business community to take on this challenge and help us rebuild our facilities. And I also asked the community to nominate the local businesses in your area and take on the challenge and step up for sport. Why? Because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sport Facebook page for more information. Hashtag Sports Matter, hashtag Are You In?
1,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2.
3.
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
On Saturday evening, I had the pleasure to open the 2018 season for the St. Martin Volleyball Association Senior Games. This took place at the Great Bay Sports Auditorium, and this year there are 9 participating teams with players from both the French and the Dutch sides of the island. Last year, the 2017 season was cancelled due to the passing of Hurricane Irma, and so the awards for the winners of the 2016 season were presented last Saturday evening during the opening of the 2018 season. The St. Martin national football team is currently in Haiti, participating in the Confederation of North Central American and Caribbean Association Football, CONCACAF as we know it. So they're participating in the Nations League qualifying competition. They're meeting with stiff competition from the Haitian team. So please show your support and pray for them as they carry the St. Martin flag onto another international platform. In boxing, Stephen Duzon and Malcolm Phillips represented St. Martin at the event Cura Box in Curaçao on Saturday. Phillips was named best boxer at the competition. He was one of the 16 fighters featured in an 8-card night of boxing. Phillips went up against Kevin Reales and won by a technical knockout in the first round. Congratulations go out to Phillips. And as you know, last week, the Emilio Wilson Park sports facilities were opened officially. This is a most welcome development as our youth and athletes need more venues to be able to practice and to train for their skills to be able to come up to par. We want more of our people to be able to compete in the international stage. With that being said, I would like to appeal to persons who own suitable parcels of land for such activities. We ask that you consider making your property available by loan to the different sport organizations. Several of these organizations are willing and able to develop the property so that our athletes can be much better prepared to represent St. Martin when they go abroad. I would like to say thank you to the coaches, to the volunteers, to the sponsors and supporters for all our athletes.